guys, so today is the 25th of February and today I am going to be doing my 25-week update, and I waited till last minute to do this update. I'm actually 25 weeks and 6 days today, and I waited till last minute just for the simple fact of I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I wanted to go to that so I could include it in this. So to start off with, let's talk about the doctor's appointment first thing. That is the first time I'd been back to the doctor in a little bit over a month, and a lot happened. That's for sure. So it was mostly a regular appointment. I did my diabetes test where you drink that lovely sugary stuff that tastes so great. It really doesn't taste that bad. It tastes like orange soda, but it makes me feel like really super sick. And then you sit there for an hour. And so this was an appointment where I had to take Abrielle with me, and she's actually not gone to one with me before, and that was very challenging to bring a like Abrielle to me in ways. She's not a baby anymore. I feel like she's a toddler. Like when I look at her, she's so much like a toddler in her behavior. It's like she's on that bridge, that transitioning bridge for me. So it was really difficult to have her with me and to kind of, rein her in, because she's all like, I want to get into everything, and to try to do what I needed to do. But she was kind of freaked out by it. She cried when she heard her sister's heartbeat, like when Angie came in and used the handheld Doppler to find the baby's heartbeat. Once she found it, Abrielle started crying and screaming. So I don't know, it was weird. So it was mostly a regular appointment with some new challenges, because like I said, I took Abrielle with me for the first time. There was the diabetes test. So yeah, let me kind of get back on track. Sorry, I'm like all over the place today. Yeah, anyway, I'm so full of energy, you guys. I don't even know what it is about today, but I'm just like, boom. Okay, so I passed my diabetes test, no problems there. I wasn't really concerned about failing it. I didn't really think that I would. I figured I'd pass it. My urine looked good, my heart rate was good. I gained 3 pounds, which Angie was really happy to see, because she didn't feel like I was gaining like weight like I should have been. So she was really happy to see that little 3-pound weight gain for me since the last time that I've been in to see her. Let me think what else. The baby's heart rate was good, everything looked good. And it was actually really kind of funny, because the baby was actually moving around when Angie was trying to find the heart rate, so she had a little bit of chasing it down. And like when she would get on it, the baby would go like boom and like make my belly move and like push. It was almost like she was trying to swat that wand away. It was pretty funny, but everything looked good there. The next thing of what happened, since I last talked to you guys, I told you all that I was really wondering if I was having Braxton Hicks already, and I had some bleeding and some little issues that we addressed yesterday. And basically, Angie has put me on like a bunch of watches and cautions, and look for anything else to develop, and if so, we need to take action type thing. Like basically right now I am on a preterm labor watch because of the bleeding that I've been having and the Braxton Hicks. And what's going to happen there is, if that all continues, she's going to start sending me to the hospital to be hooked up on the monitor for NST testing, which I've done that before. That's no big deal. I'm used to that. I know how that goes, so that's nothing new. And then she is wanting to go ahead and start preeclampsia watch, because although my blood pressure wasn't high, it is up from what it was. So she's a little bit, anxious, I guess, to see how that's going to turn out. So basically what's going to happen with that is she, sorry, I thought, like, sometimes my hair brushes my arms and it feels weird and distracts me, sorry. She took blood to check my thyroid levels, see how those are looking, and because she said she wanted a baseline, she's going to draw blood again in 4 weeks, I think. 4 weeks, yeah. I'm pretty sure 4 weeks she's going to draw blood again, and she will retest everything to see if there's any changes, any abnormalities, anything like that. She's trying to get something to compare to later on. And then she's having me do a 24-hour urine catch. And if you guys don't know what that is, basically I have to collect my pee for 24 hours and give it to my doctor. I am supposed to go back to the doctor on March 17th, and so I will do the urine catch on the 16th of March, the day before. And she gave me this jug, and I've got instructions. I didn't bring them over here, but it's really simple. You just pee, and you put your pee in the jug, and you have to refrigerate it and take it in. And she's going to be watching that for, kind of looking for protein, and then to use this sample too as a baseline in case we have to do any repeats, or in case I really start developing any symptoms of preeclampsia and she needs to pursue that. So with that being said, with my previous C-section and stuff, and with some things that have been happening, and now with being on these watches, me and Angie talked about it, and I knew this has probably been a long time coming already, and that having a VBAC was probably a really far off dream. I signed the consent form yesterday to do a planned repeat cesarean, and I went ahead and signed it that way in case, in the weeks to come something were to happen and they needed to do it and I was not able to sign, or something like, just if something crazy happened, that they had my permission to do whatever they needed to do. And me and Sam have talked about this decision. It was kind of a hard decision to make, and there's different reasons why we made it. I'm basing it on my doctor's medical experience and opinions, because both Angie and Peters, Angie honestly was like no VBAC at all, like just do a C-section. Peters has told me, it depends how things go and how things are going. It's looking like that it's probably not going to be a possibility for me anyway. So I'm trying to kind of mentally prepare myself for the fact of, I know that I'm probably going in to have another C-section. And, if I'm going to trust my doctors, I'm going to trust Peters for the simple fact of he saved Abrielle's life, and he saved mine once, and I think he's more than capable of doing what's right again. So, like I said, I signed the consent forms for medical reasons, and then for the fact of Sam is shipping out. He leaves June 8th, and he won't be back for a while. So, I'm due June 7th. They wouldn't let me go over my due date anyway if I did a VBAC, but at least if we do a planned cesarean, he's gonna be there with me, and he'll get to see her, and I'm sorry, I don't know why okay, I know why it really is upsetting, but he'll get to see her and hold her and stuff. So that's another reason, is the fact that we know Sam's time with us is very limited. So probably just gonna do a planned C-section, and they will do it up to a week in advance, but 1 week exactly from my due date puts it on a weekend, so I'm gonna have to talk about that. The next time I go in for a visit, we will go ahead and schedule the operation, and then sometime in the next month or so, I'll have a pre-op visit with my choice of OBGYN to do the surgery, and I'm going to choose Dr. Peters, considering he did my first, and I trust him and I like him, and I want him to do my second one for the simple fact of he's already familiar with my case. He knows me. It just seems to me it makes so much more sense to have someone do it who is already familiar with my history, my background, and everything that's happened. I feel so much more comfortable with him doing it. So, other than on the preterm labor watch, on the preeclampsia watch, consented for a planned cesarean, going to schedule the operation, go back to the doctor in 3 weeks. Maternity leave was the other thing that we talked about. I missed work last Friday because Thursday night I could not sleep. I was having contractions. I was in so much pain. I did not rest well, and then Friday I was hurting. I've been hurting at work. Last Wednesday I went home early. I've just been having a hard time coping at work, and part of it is because I don't have like an office job or anything like that. I'm not sitting down. I'm on my feet the whole time. And I've not done heavy lifting from the get-go. I've had that weight restriction ever since I went in for my first prenatal visit. So that's not a factor. It's just the thing of my job is it's physically demanding on me. And being pregnant, it's just really, it's getting to a point where it's getting harder, and I'm having some issues with swelling and with the pain and with the Braxton Hicks. It's just really, it's not, I don't want to say it's not working, but I don't know any other way to explain it. So I'd asked Angie, am I okay to still be working with everything that's going on? And she gave me the okay to still work as long as I feel like I can handle it. I originally had planned on working all the way through March, all the way through April, and all the way through May, right up until the C-section. And, me and Sam had made those plans, very recently, up until now. I'm kind of worrying that those plans are going to fall apart, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to physically do my job that much longer. I've already had to give up some of my responsibilities at work and kind of let some other people help me and take over on other things because I just can't physically do them anymore. So, Angie told me some women work all throughout their pregnancies. Some women take early leave for whatever reason. Some women work up until 36, 38 weeks. I'm just going to basically work as long as I can until I can't take it anymore. Let's talk symptoms really fast, and then I'll tell you guys some other little tidbits because I am way over my 10 minutes already, but I just felt like this was one of those times where I have a lot to say and a lot to update on. Okay, so some wise for this week. Like I said, I've been having some vaginal bleeding. It's not been bad. It's not been a whole lot, but it's there. I've been having Braxton Hicks like crazy all the freaking time, it seems like. I have this tight ball in my back of nerves. It hurts. My back hurts. I've been having swelling in my feet. I'm just really starting to feel pregnancy kicking in, and not in the good way. I have not felt nauseous. I have not felt sick except for drinking that that sugary thing at the doctor's office. I felt pretty good. Otherwise, it's just the fact of I'm hurting really bad and I'm very tired. I can't seem to get enough sleep. All I want to do is just sleep. I just want, a whole day to do nothing but sleep. But, being a mommy and working and being in college, that doesn't happen. So, I'm really tired, and I've been really emotional. I don't know how Sam is putting up with me right now. I'm really hard to deal with because I don't even understand myself. I bounce off the walls from really happy and really energetic. I started out this video to being really sad and really sluggish and just, and even that, getting really irritated. I've noticed driving lately, I've always, okay, not always, but ever since I had my wreck, I have hated driving, and now I hate it even more so. People on the road with their stupid no-turn signals and don't know how to brake and this and that, it really upsets me. So definitely really emotional. Craving wise, oh my gosh, the junk food cravings have started, but not like potato chips or stuff like that. Like, I just want chocolate. That's all I want. I'm happy as long as I can have chocolate and cherries and strawberries, fruits, soup. I want soup. That seems really weird because it's actually been pretty nice and springy lately where I live. I want soup, and it's just, I don't know, it's strange. So that's about it symptom-wise for this week. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this update. I am going to show you guys my belly, and I will see you all next week. Okay, here we go, you guys. 25 weeks from the front, from the side, from the other side, from the front with my shirt up, from the side with my shirt up, and from the other side with my shirt up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but up on the top I am starting to get that little line thing appearing again. My stretch marks are pretty much the same as what I had from my first pregnancy.